This guy's the director and executive producer of Reindeer in Here. It's airing after the holiday classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's tomorrow night at 9 on CBS. Yeah. Based on the award-winning Christmas book. Come on now for Lino DiSalvo, everybody. Yeah. Lino. What up, Lino?
Thanks for having me, man. I do have an opinion about that thing behind you.
The banner. Okay, please.
It may work if you scoot it screen right.
Okay, screen right. So this way.
And you put the little thought bubble part so it looks like it's actually next to your head.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, well, I need to then experiment with that. I need to get people in here to do that.
And maybe animate the 3 dots.
Yeah, that can't cost anything. Well, so Lino, just to reduce what he said, though, to our poll, he's kind of in the keep it category, but he's for moving it over. So he would, I think, he's not for junking it, you know? Am I the only one who wants to junk it? It's crazy.
It looks like
you're the only one.
Anyway, Lino's got the real eye. So you're doing this. It's tomorrow night on CBS, Reindeer in Here. Now, this is based, I was saying, on the Christmas book. And tell me, for those who don't know, and you spent 17 years at Disney, and you, Frozen, and all. I saw the other day, and then I'll get back to Reindeer in Here. I saw the other day, and I think I put it on Twitter and tagged you, Frozen translated in all of these different languages around the world, all the music, all of the dialogue. It's spectacular to see. I mean, literally all of these different countries embrace that project. That has to be a thrill for you.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it was lightning in a bottle. Because you work on everything I've ever worked on. You know, you put your heart and soul into everything. And, you know, as confident as you are, you're never really certain how, you know, what the audience is going to make of it. And it was incredible right from the beginning. Yeah, it's a special.
But you're saying you felt that incredible, the pedigree, the people involved, I mean, and the music, all this stuff it was just so perfect. You felt that, but still, you always have that anxiety as a creator that you hope the world gets it, sort of. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because making it, there was one sequence in particular when we were done animating the Let It Go sequence. It was the first time in my career. So basically, the way it works is, you animate a sequence, and then the whole crew watches the sequence cut together for the first time. Because normally the way it works is animation's done out of continuity. So animators are cast on shots completely out of order. So, and then the leadership of the movie, they're basically keeping, like a conductor of an orchestra, right? They're keeping things moving forward and the nuance and the subtext of the acting, making sure the emotional crescendo is in the right spot. So at the end of every sequence, the crew gets together and watches the work that was just done to catch any, potential acting mistakes or things that we may have missed. And it was the first time in my career where the sequence played and many of us couldn't speak because we were so emotional.
Wow.
And that's never happened to me before.
Well, Let It Go. And Kim, you with family and youngsters, I mean, it's infectious as a song, but you're right. There's an emotional note in there that is transcendent.
You were talking about the Let It Go in all the different languages, the special video that you can watch that shows all over the world the singers that were used to sing in all these different languages. We have watched that so many times that my kids can now sing the first opening bars of Let It Go in I don't even know how many languages. It's pretty great.
That's funny.
For me, growing up in Long Island, and I was born in Brooklyn, this is the corny part of the show. I always dreamed of working on a Disney fairy tale. So to have the chance to work on this was very, I mean, listen, I think all artists love, what they've worked on, but this was definitely something that, as an artist was like, oh my gosh, this is happening. Like I've got the chance to work on a great movie.
Lino, can I ask you what your favorite Disney cartoon or movie is of all time?
Oh man.
That's tough, huh?
There's so many. Listen, well, I also worked on Tangled. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I think from the classics, Jungle Book is definitely a movie I watched a lot when I was younger. Lion King was amazing. And then one of my favorites, especially from an artistic standpoint, was 101 Dalmatians.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah, these are projects you've had a hand in. It has to be just so exciting to see them come to life. I don't mean to define you in terms of Frozen, but it's just it really just blasts away in people's consciousness a lot of other projects. But then as you detail some of those that you've just gone through, you realize, wow, I mean, there's just been a lot of stuff that has exploded and has touched many lives. Those of us who are kids who watched a bunch of that stuff, it's just it's with you forever. The songs are with you, the story is with you. Yeah,
and that's every animator's dream, is that you work on something that is going to outlive you, and the message in it is honest. Yeah, man, it's awesome. Yeah, I can speak about Frozen for hours, but we're not here for that.
No, I want to talk about. In fact, I want to, before we get into Reindeer in here as something we could talk about, I want to run the trailer. Can we run that, John? I think it just runs about a minute or so. Here we go. Reindeer in here tomorrow night on CBS.
Paramount.
Oh, come on, everybody! That's pretty cool. Yeah.
We have these new Christmas specials like Prep and Landing and Reindeer in Here. And that the kids that are up right now, that's going to be their Frosty the Snowman. This is the new generation's Christmas movies that are specials that are going to be around a long time. That's really cool.
Yeah, really cool.
I hope so.
Yeah, it's funny that people are commenting on the cast. You have it's just wow. It's a real wow cast.
Oh man, Henry Winkler. I mean, everyone knows he's awesome. Henry Winkler. So he plays Smiley, which is Santa's right-hand man, and he's the head of holiday operations. He's nicknamed the Ho-Ho. And and Henry Winkler came in and killed it from the beginning. He had a take and was a pleasure to work with. Oh man, so good.
Yeah, he's coming to his own little renaissance here, and with the HBO show Barry, and now this as a voiceover actor. By the way, I hear the promo, and all I can think of is I could do that. The promo, ho tomorrow night. I mean, do I get that's not your department? That's why I can complain to you about it. You don't handle the promotion for it. But
Mark, I promise you, on this show here and now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm casting you. I've got a spot for you in this thing I'm developing right now.
Okay. All right.
Oh, sweet.
I provisionally applaud that. Yeah, but I'm waiting.
Can we get a name like Ho-Ho? Promo?
I'd like a name like Ho-Ho. Yeah. But this is terrific. So the style of it, let me ask you a question. Kind of, this is a little, maybe a little wonky, but I also think there are probably people who might be curious about this too. I asked this as a civilian. The style of animation, there's so many different styles. Like the Lion King looks different than like what we've just seen. And, Toy Story looks different, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So how do you decide on what style of animation should be part of this project? Where are those decisions made and how are they made?
Yeah, so just like in Tangled and Frozen, I think the best animated movies the actual storytelling helps dictate what the movie should look like, right? So you take all your themes and what the protagonist is struggling with, what time period we're dealing with, and then let that basically dictate. So for instance, for Reindeer in here, it's a really classic story. So I really wanted to pay homage to those Rankin Bass specials from the 60s, the Rudolph that we're actually coming after, and the Frosty and the Little Drummer Boy, and then take that inspiration of the stop motion and then juxtapose that with that painterly illustration feel of the storybook. So when you watch the movie Tuesday night, you'll notice that the characters have these dry brush strokes on them. And it's on purpose. It's to show the hand of the artist, right? Because those really, the stuff, the really charming stuff from the 60s and 70s, the imperfections are what made that so darn appealing. And I wanted to take that and just, and honor the hand craftsmanship of the show.
That's fascinating in a way. So it's both you honoring, and do you think also in some way as people watch it, it's evocative of some of those, maybe even subconsciously?
Yeah. It's CG animation. So we're using the very latest technology, but sometimes you can use new tech and things just get blah and bland, and right. So it's almost sometimes you're fighting the computer to keep the handcrafted quality. I mean, I became an animator because of hand-drawn animation. So that's a huge part of my workflow and process. And I'm really, really proud of the quality of the animation in it.
I'm excited to see it. It's tomorrow night on CBS, 9:00. It's called Reindeer in Here. I mean, it's a cool block because it's following the classic Rudolph, right? So so you've got Rudolph and then Reindeer in here. You've sort of got the past and the present.
Yeah, no
put
pressure.
Together.
No pressure.
I'm so fascinated by what you just said about the fight between perfection and humanity. I think that's super cool. And I think it shows that we're always going to need humans behind things to kind of bring that, what we love back into it.
Yeah, because what the computer wants to do is the computer does shiny, plasticky. The computer basically wants to give you straight lines, and you're constantly trying to make curved lines. And a lot of us work now on the computer, but with a stylus and like on an iPad Pro or Cintiq, where we're still drawing, but it's on a screen. I can geek out about this stuff forever.
It's great.
No, I love
there
it.
Are people out there, who are with you, and there are other people out there who have got kids who are, aspiring animators, et cetera. I'd love to have you back. For now, Reindeer in Here tomorrow night. I mean, what a cast! Jim Gaffigan, Henry Winkler. I mean, it's just, you saw the list. It's going to be pretty terrific. And it's tomorrow night, 9:00 on CBS. Lino, I love you personally, but I'm so excited for you for this project. And
Thanks,
come visit us again, pal. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah,
Lino
DiSalvo, everybody. Yeah, good stuff.